Harvey Capital Talks brought to you by Dicor, at the core of everything you do.
Hi, welcome to RV Capital Talks. I'm Andy McCaskey from RV&N TV, and Sherman, it's the first episode of the year, and a memorable one at that.
Well, particularly memorable, Andy.
Absolutely.
Because we have a sponsor this year in our first episode of the year, Dicor Corporation. And, to say I was pleased to have a sponsor this year, our first commercial sponsor, would be an understatement. And, so we look forward to a year working with Dicor Corporation, Elkhart, Indiana.
Okay. Well, I tell you, we've got a great show for you here today. We want to welcome Michael Peay, but I have to consult my notes because Michael is the CEO of Holiday World of Houston. He also is the president of the Recreational Dealers Cooperative Association, which you may know by a former name, REDEX. We'll be talking about that in just a moment. And of course, at the consumer level, it's known as the Priority One Network. So, Michael, boy, you've got quite a resume there.
Thanks. I'm honored to be here, and I'm honored to work with Priority RV Network and the dealers that we have in our cooperative.
You know, we see a posting on RVBusiness.com and throughout the industry recently that the REDEX network, now totaling 42 dealers in 75 locations, had a darn good year in 2011.
We had a great year. It was profitable for the co-op and profitable for the dealers. You know, the purpose of this is to bring these dealers together and have them use their buying power and do business with specific vendors and earn rebates directly to the dealers, and then we earn some rebates back to the co-op that then get distributed back to the dealers. And this year, I say this year, 2011, it didn't cost the dealer anything to be a member, and they received many dollars in cooperative funds back.
Michael, what is what we in the industry know as REDEX? What is it? Is it a buying group like we might see in the marine business?
Well, today it is a true cooperative. So we are a company where each member dealer is an owner of a share in that cooperative. And as an owner, you share in the decision making, you share in participating in programs, and we work together to enhance these programs. But we also have priority assistance for our customers while they're on the road. So we have a partnership so that if my customer from Houston is in Washington State or in Florida or in New York or in Southern California, they can get priority service. And that's one of the issues that our industry's had, is be able to get our customers taken care of during the busy season when they're on the road using their RVs. And
Yeah.
we stand behind that.
Michael, how large is the footprint that you have as far as geography served? That's the first question. The second, is it all large dealers, or do you have a variety of organizations that are in REDEX?
We cover the 48 contiguous U.S. states, and we have a variety of dealers from single locations, small dealers that have been in business for years but choose not to grow into a mega dealership. And we also have several multi-location dealers that have dealerships in multiple states.
Are your numbers static, or are you looking to add in certain locales?
Well, we are looking to add dealers, and it just we have some protection there, so there is some exclusivity. You mentioned the number of dealers. We're actually up to 47 dealers with over 80 locations today. We've had a lot of inquiries about our cooperative, and dealers are starting to realize the true value of it.
So you have an annual meeting of your dealer cooperative members, correct?
That's true. We meet twice a year. We meet every year in April, where we ask that the principal be present, and we ask our vendors to come in, present their products. They also have booths there, but they get a chance to stand in front of the group and present their products, and we can ask them any questions that we need to and understand their programs. And then we meet typically at Louisville also, and because everybody doesn't come to Louisville, it's a smaller, shorter meeting, but we get a chance to get everybody together and hand out rebate checks, talk about programs, get people excited for the coming year.
What sort of volume does the organization deliver each year in new units or maybe new and used?
Well, it's expected that in 2012, our group should deliver about 35,000 new and pre-owned RVs.
And according to your press release, something like $1 billion in revenue those dealers represent.
That's right. That's right.
So perhaps, if you don't mind, we could turn a tad to address Holiday World of Houston, a 4-store outfit that you run down there. Tell us about your operation.
Well, we have 2 stores in Houston, and they were purchased back in '96 from Monaco, when Monaco bought out Holiday Rambler from Harley Davidson. And then we've acquired a store in Las Cruces, New Mexico, operated under the name of Sunland RV. And we also have a store that we recently purchased in Mesquite, Texas, just east of Dallas. We plan to grow further as we see the market needs for that growth.
What manufacturers do you represent down there?
We currently represent, on the motorized side, Fleetwood, Newmar, Winnebago, and Coachman. And for towables, we are primarily a Keystone dealer. We have one Dutchman-lined Razorback toy hauler, but we are a large Keystone dealer. We delivered nearly 1,000 new retail Keystones last year.
So, Michael, I'm going to put Sherman to work thinking up a couple more questions, because I want to thank Dicor and remind you that Dicor is really 4 specialized companies that service the RV industry. Dicor Products, United Shade, Seal Design, and Vixen Composites. Whether it's RV wheels, walls, shades, or other specialty products, Dicor Corporation is at the core of everything you do. Did that give you enough time to think?
I enjoyed that. So, all right, so how is your business, Michael? That's really where I was headed next. How are you doing down there?
Well, we're blessed here in Texas. Our economy seems to be stronger here than in most of the country due to the type of economies that we have going on, with the oil business being strong. So we're blessed with that. So our business has been good. We've made a good comeback as the industry seems to have stabilized and starting to strengthen again. And so we had a fantastic year in 2011. We're planning for a great year in 2012 with additional growth.
I noticed that Andy just made a note to himself about the oil business. I think that's a good direction to go.
We see in RV business almost every day there's a story about the impact that it's having, and how long do you think that's going to continue?
Well, that business is cyclical, just as ours is, and we'll take advantage of it while it's here. Right now, there's some great growth down here in South Texas. Also, we hear about the North Dakota boom, and it's great up there. I think the difference between Texas and North Dakota is Texas, we have people to employ, so we can continue to keep our techs, our sales staff, and other staff members, and continue to grow our dealerships while we serve this client base. Where in North Dakota, they're having a hard time getting employees because the oil business pulls them away.
Hard to get Texans to go up north in late January of 2012, huh?
I suppose they will when they have work here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Touch on the market for us, if you would, before we close out. The first comments, if they can all be believed, that we're getting from promoters and from some reliable sources at various shows throughout the U.S. is that the early year pickup is pretty decent in retail show sales. Pardon me.
I have heard that also. For us, we saw, let me say, back up a month, we have seen strong traffic through December, which was surprising to us. And our January traffic in our stores has been good. We've been to one small show. We are up about 15% from a year ago, which is expected, but it is a small show. I've heard that and when I say we're up, that's in unit sales directly from that show. I have heard the traffic at the shows has been good, and we are expecting great traffic at our February show in Houston.
Is the prospect of interest rate stabilization, is that filtering down at the retail level? Are people really thinking about that in their purchase decisions?
Well, certainly there is an awareness of low interest rates out there. We need to capitalize that as dealers, making sure that our customers understand that the cost of ownership of an RV, if they plan to finance, is lower now than it ever will be, because we all know that interest rates will go up in the future.
Pardon me.
Go ahead.
Since Andy brought it up, one more question. Credit availability. What are you seeing?
Well, we've certainly seen in 2011, I would say that it stabilized and seems to be strengthening as far as the availability of credit, both on the wholesale side for floor plan. That's certainly stabilized over the last year. And then on the retail side, we are starting to see some new players come in, not just the major national lenders, but local lenders have jumped into the game and are interested in that business.
Well, with that, Michael, I just want to thank you for joining us today and helping us add a stellar segment.
Great kickoff to the year.
Great kickoff to the year. Thank you very much for joining us, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm glad to be here. It's definitely an honor.
Okay. Thanks very much, and thanks to folks who are watching for joining us here at RV Capital Talk. Be sure and check us out next time.
For more TV like this from the world of RVs, head to rvnn.tv.